Joshua Speed and Abraham Lincoln shared an apartment above a store. This is early on in Lincoln's career. They slept in the same bed. Was there a romantic relationship there, or was this just two buddies sharing an apartment? You have a take on it.
Well, sure. So a lot of conservative historians that's their talking point, right? Like men shared beds, it was common. And that's true. A lot of people did for financial reasons. But in the case of Lincoln and Speed, they shared a bed for 4 years. And this is coming directly from Speed's own account of it. 4 years for Lincoln, who is a double income earner. He was a legislator and a very successful lawyer. Easily could have afforded his own room. And we also present evidence in the film, and we have all kinds of letters that we dug out of the Library of Congress, letters that people have never seen before. This is a letter from one of Lincoln's mentors who literally says, come stay with me, I'll give you your own room. And instead of staying with someone he knew, he ended up staying with a stranger, Joshua Speed, who offered him a bed in his room where they stayed for 4 years. And when you see a picture of Joshua Speed, he was a very handsome guy. All the scholars will say this is his most intimate friend throughout his entire life.
In the film, you cover several other relationships that Lincoln had with men.
Lincoln is showing a pattern of behavior that starts in his young career all the way up to his presidency. He also shared a bed when he was first moved to New Salem. He shared a little cot with Billy Green. So this is before he moved to Springfield. This is before he became a legislator. He was working in a little country store. And him and Billy Green slept in a little cot for 18 months. Lincoln, from Billy Green's mouth, had the most perfect thighs a human being could have. So he was complimenting Lincoln's thighs. And we get into the film through Alfred Kinsey's studies, that there was a sexual technique back then that people would called femoral eroticism, where you push the thighs together and have intimacy with the thighs. So, when you compliment a man's thighs, you're saying something.
What was the public view of homosexuality, back in the 1850s, 1860s?
There was no such word as homosexual or heterosexual. Those words were literally invented in the 1870s. There was no concept of binaries. There was no thought about it. You just acted on your sexual impulses. Your behaviors did not define who you were. Now, if you have sex with a man has sex with a man, you are a thing. Back then, if you have sex with a man, you just did a thing one time, and you don't have an identity.
So audiences that went to see Reagan saw this trailer, and really, that's kind of what sparked I use the word controversy in the intros, because that's how the audiences took it. Like, wait, what are they saying about Lincoln?
That's what we're hoping. I know it probably upsets some people, but we want to open up a conversation. We're not trying to attack anyone. We want to talk about this. Lincoln is sort of the Trojan horse to talk about a larger topic in a kind of a divided country. But yeah, Elon Musk tweeted against us, Alex Jones, Ben Shapiro, they've come after us. But, I would love to have like a watch party with those guys and sit down with them and watch the evidence. In this fake news world, we really put forth as much evidence as we could and talk with scholars who spent their entire lives studying this. So we want to talk about it. Like, let's talk about it.